So here are listed the some of the features. Okay, the first one is the private property. An individual is free to own, acquire, and bequeath. Bequeath means leave the property according to his or her wish. Since the property is used for one's own benefit, the incentive to acquire and accumulate wealth is very strong. Okay, so these all depend upon the individual person. Okay, freedom of enterprise. In a capitalist economy, the individuals are free to choose any occupation. They can choose any occupation, okay, any work, any type of job. Business firms are free to acquire resources and use them in the production of any goods or service, and are free to sell their products in the markets of their choice for earning the highest possible profit. So they used to have the freedom even in choosing the product and selling those things in the market. Consumer sovereignty, that is, the consumer's authority. It is said that the consumer is a king in capitalist economy. Okay, so they are free to spend their income on the goods and services which give them the maximum satisfaction. So in capitalist system, production is guided by the consumer's choices. So what the consumer choose to have the product is given the major part in capitalist system. Okay, profit motive. Since acquisition, that is a purchase, and the accumulation, that is the gathering of wealth, is not restricted in a capitalist system, individuals are guided by their well self interest. Okay, so they were guided according to their self interest. Especially the producers known as the capitalist class are motivated to maximize their profit by minimizing the cost and maximizing the revenue. Okay, so they have the freedom to do anything. So the producers known as the capitalist class were motivated to give more profit by minimizing the cost and maximizing the revenue, that is the profit. Competition, markets, and prices. Since everybody is free to pursue occupation of their choice for earning profits, there is an intense competition in capitalist system. Okay, so there used to be competition. The market forces of demand and supply freely operate to determine the price. Okay, so according to the price, they will decrease so that they may get more profit, or like getting a more sale of the product. Okay, absence of government interference. So as we have already seen that this is controlled only by the individual owner. So the government interference is limited, or it is absence in the operation of market, determination of prices, and the decision by economic agents is either absent or kept to the minimum in a capitalist system. So there is an absent of all these type of institutions over here. However, pure capitalism is not seen in the world in today's world, as the government has assumed an active role in economic development, promoting welfare of the people and regulating economic activities of business firms. Okay, so they have seen that pure capitalism has not been seen in any part of the world, as some part of the government interference is there. Okay, USA and many countries of Europe are more capitalist in nature. So these are some of the countries which follow the capitalism. Okay. Next type which we are going to see is the socialist economy. When productive resources are owned and controlled by the government to promote the overall interest of the society, it is called as the socialist system. So which is totally governed by the government. Okay, so in this system, a central planning agency plans and regulates the various economic activities in the interest of all. So they have a planning structure. Okay, so the socialist economy has the following features: collective ownership of means of production and wealth. In a socialist economy, the government owns the means of production on the behalf of people. Okay, so as I've already said that it is owned by the government, but in the favor of people, the local people. So all the wealth is collectively owned, so it has been shared to the common people. Okay, so social welfare objective. The government acts on behalf of all the people to maximize their welfare. Okay, government decides about the type and the levels of output and the distribution of the same, keeping in the view the broader social welfare of the people. So this type of economy is completely dependent or it is favorable to the people's welfare. Okay. Central planning, identification of national priorities and allocation of resources to meet them is done through economic planning. So they used to have a plan. According to that, they may get the resources and their um, increase their economy. So for this purpose, a central planning authority is created which keeps the national priorities and the availability of resources in mind and allocates the resources. So if there is an availability of resources, we get the more income, right? So all economic decisions regarding production, consumption, and investment are made by the government keeping in mind the present and the future needs. So they has been allocated only through by the government. Market and prices have little role to play in socialist economies. So next one is the reduction in inequality. So there is a reduction in inequality in this socialist economy. Okay. So no class conflict, so there won't be a class conflict, that is no quarrel. So all the co-workers in the socialistic society, and there is only the working class, so they are belongs to the working class. So and so there won't be any class conflict. Okay. Class quarrel. Socialism, which was a prominent idealism after the Second World War and embraced by countries like Russia, China, and many Eastern European countries. But the wave of liberalism since the 1990s have made almost all the countries to allow private sector to participate extensively in the economic activities. So what they have said, though the socialism is there in some of these countries, but they have been allowing the private sector, that is the person which was handled by the individual owner, they play a major role in the economic activities.